Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Black Gentleman's Culture Premium Cigar and Spirits channel. And today we are out front with another cigar that basically the pairing will no longer be with a typical spirit, but with a wine. And today's cigar, which will I will replace the term of cigar with, is a nice beef ribeye. I will be treating this Liga Privada. As you can see, big old stick. This is 7x54. Now this is the Selección de Mercado. And this is a, basically, they call this Doble, D-O-B-L-E. Like I said, it's a 7x54 stick. Now, again, since I decided I would now be treating the cigars like a piece of beef, this is the very first one that I will be saying basically is a ribeye, which is like a $30 steak. And like I said, I'm pairing this with wine, which is a Kendall Jackson white Chardonnay. Now, why did I choose white wine? Because one, it actually works, and two, the Chardonnay is slightly buttery and it breaks up the pepper that's going to be coming off of this cigar. That being said, I'll go ahead, get through the first third, and I'll let you know how it's going. Well, excuse me, I forgot something, folks. I forgot to let you know that this cigar, first of all, the wrapper is a Connecticut wrapper, Criollo to be exact. Now, as far as the binder inside is a Mexican San Andreas, and the filler is Honduras Nicaraguan. So yes, this stick is a mixture, but the main feature of this is that it is a long filler cigar. And right now, I can tell you, this cigar itself, so far, is extremely mild. And as you can see, the burn, as I like to say, is on that kiddie roller coaster. It's up and down, but not too dramatic. Now, we're going to see how much further along into this and see, one, if the burn tightens up, and two, if there's a nice big flavor blast. So far, there isn't, and I can tell you one thing, though. I can use this as a straw. This has been sitting in my humidor for, let me just be honest and say, a good 2 months. And it's coming along very nicely. It's very tightly packed, as you can see. It's very tightly packed. Even though it's tightly packed, it is quite airy. And as you can see also, the wrapper itself is quite veiny, and the wrapper itself is toothy, meaning it's a nice little texture and feel to it. All right, folks, now let me get into the first third completely, and I'll be back. Now, as far as the wine, like I said, this is a Chardonnay, and it's a Vintner's Reserve. Now, the reason why I chose this particular wine is it has a smooth and buttery taste that comes off of this. Now, the main reason I chose that is, one, it helps with the pepper that's coming off of this cigar. Now, since that happens, the one thing that it does do, it kind of makes everything a little bit more light and mellow on the palate. It doesn't complicate things. It doesn't make everything a little bit heavier. But what it does is it softens up the pepper, like I said, that's coming off of the cigar, and it tones it down. Now, other than that, it's something that's not going to try to overpower your cigar either. And since we're treating our cigars like red meat, you definitely want to make sure that what you're drinking with it doesn't overpower it, but complement it or help tone down something in it. And like I said, it tones down the pepper, and it has a very smooth and silky feeling on the palate. That's the best way to describe it. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and get further into this, and I'll let you know what rating I would give these two. Okay, everyone, we are down to the first third. And as you can see, the burn is still a soft kiddie roller coaster, even though it's trying to sharpen itself out and make itself a razor sharp burn. Foremost, let's just say it, this cigar is extremely mild. Now on the palate, you're going to get this soft, walnutty flavor. And you know what walnuts do? They go ahead and they dry out the palate. And now what complements it is that Chardonnay. That Chardonnay smooths out the dryness, and it makes it where you don't get basically like a clammy sensation or a sticky sensation on your tongue and palate. Now, far as the retrohale go, it's very mild with a black pepper soft undertone, meaning it comes through and then the black pepper kicks in at the very end. It doesn't burn out your nose. It doesn't make it hard for you to breathe. It's just very soft, and the smoke itself is, believe it or not, somewhat creamy, which translates very nicely, especially considering this Chardonnay itself is a very light white wine. That being said, I'm going to go ahead, get in through the halfway point, and I'm going to see if there's any flavor profile change. But so far, I will honestly say I would give these two a solid 7. All right, folks, see you at the halfway point. Okay, folks, we are now at the halfway point, and unfortunately, as you can see, this burn is completely off. And at this point, I may even have to do a touch-up. Now, there was a flavor profile change. You're now getting a little bit more of a baker spice that's coming through. It's not hard, but it's leaving a nice tingling sensation on the palate. It's still with the retrohale, you're going to get that soft black pepper coming through. And it, like I said, the smoke is extremely mild on the palate and also through the retrohale. That being said, I see I'm going to have to hit this with a touch-up light and deal with it. Also, the cigar is ashing itself. It's falling off in giant chunks that's usually like 1/4 to 3/4 of a 1/4 inch long. All right, folks. Again, this is Amiga Privada 10th anniversary Selección de Mercado. And I'll go ahead and get through this halfway point and then come back with the final review with the final third. All right, folks. Okay, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish up this with this pairing as far as the wine go. As far as this wine, the wine itself is a solid 7. But let me tell you, the cigar is ruining this wine to me. I'm going to go ahead and let people know how I directly feel about the cigar on the final third review. But I'm telling you, as of now, this pairing is more of a 6.5 to a 6 because of the cigar. The wine itself, I would give a 7. But together, no. the cigar itself is lowering the creativity and the work that they put into this wine. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this and say, if you got a chance to pick up this wine, let me double check. Yes, it is. It's by Kendall and Jackson. If you want something nice, light, and refreshing to have, truthfully, not with this cigar, because this cigar directly failed it, but let me say, if you got home having a nice little backyard picnic or so, this wine will actually do very well with a solid cooked burger. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, folks, I'm going to call this the final third. And the main reason why, this thing has completely and totally underdelivered. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen these all over the internet, some of the cigar shops. A box of 10 could go between $240 to $280. But let me tell you, I lucked out. I got this box from ihavanas.com, and I got it on sale, and it was on sale for $115. And let me tell you right now, I paid too much. These cigars are not worth it. I looked on the internet and I seen people give them reviews. Folks, they're lying. They're just going here and they pushing big name cigars because they're being paid to. But this is the beauty about my page. I buy my own sticks, and I'm telling you now, if it ain't worth a damn, it's not worth it. And I'm telling you, these are not worth it. There's no way in heck that you would think I'm going to give you $24 to $28 per stick here in the United States. Now, if you want to, I went on ihavanas.com and checked out the price now. It went up by $20, so now the box is on sale for $135. I'm telling you, if you want to be brave and get pissed off and disappointed like me, go ahead and buy them. If not, let somebody give you this stick. But if you see this stick in a brick and mortar, walk on by. It is not worth it. It is going to be a waste of your money. The burn, as you can see, is still doing its crazy old thing. The flavor profile, like I said, this is a mild stick. This is a newbie stick. And people talking about, oh, these flavors are a bunch of flavoristic lies. This cigar is underwhelming. I would honestly give this stick like a 3.5, 4. That's how bad this cigar is. And that's why I said this is going to be my final third video. Because as much as this cigar is left right here, I'm telling you, after this, I'm probably just going to toss this in the yard and let it go. But again, outside of that, the wine, yes. The cigar, no. That being said, folks, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, like I always say when I end the video, if you got a bunch of sticks, smoke them. If you got more than a bunch of sticks, go ahead and share them with friends. But do yourself a favor. If you want to lose a friend, give them this stick. Now you heard me again. If you want to lose friends, give them this stick. If not, just keep it moving. All right, folks, I'll see you on the next cigar.
I leave out the door, journey to your heart, in a world of darkness. Swear you can't be walking in the streetlights, baby. Dark and lonely days, kinda like my dark and lonely days. Catch the train, now halfway through the journey. I pray for some mercy. heart seems to hurt me. Lord help me please, I need relief. I'm lost in the world, can't travel alone. Then the bus pulls up to your home and right then I knew I'm not alone, baby.